Almost half a century ago, one of, if not the best ever, British comedy first aired, and that comedy is of course Fawlty Towers.
I expect to be able to see the sea.
You can see the sea. It's over there between the land and the sky.
Do you want to know what happened to your favourite stars of the sitcom? Keep watching to find out. The man most synonymous with Fawlty Towers is John Cleese, as he not only co-wrote it with his then wife Connie Booth, but he starred as the lead character Basil Fawlty.
What? Fire! Fire! Fire!
John was just 36 years old when he wrote and starred in the first series of Fawlty Towers in 1975, and it's fair to say a lot has happened to John since. Connie and John unfortunately divorced in 1978, so by the time they co-wrote and filmed the second series in 79, they were no longer married. John is now on his fourth wife, married to jewelry designer Jennifer Wade, and has said it was a mistake to get his third and last divorce settled in California in 2008. This is due to the large sum of money he had to pay his former wife because of the US state's law on divorce. In 79, the same year the second series of Fawlty Towers came out, Monty Python's biggest movie, Life of Brian, also premiered on the silver screen, and Cleese with the rest of the Python crew also made one more movie, The Meaning of Life, in 1983. The last time Monty Python performed together was for their 10-date 2014 live reunion show, which Cleese said he was motivated to do because of the large divorce settlement previously mentioned. John also lent his talent to several highly successful movies, including 1988's A Fish Called Wanda, which he won a BAFTA for Best Actor. In 1999, Cleese was introduced into the James Bond universe alongside Pierce Brosnan in The World Is Not Enough. In 2001's movie Rat Race, he played the character Donald Sinclair, who was of course the name of the hotel manager who inspired him to create Fawlty Towers. His last movie role was in 2023's Roman Polanski movie The Palace. Most recently, John has been a host on the British news channel GB News, where he's interviewed a number of high-profile guests, including Stephen Fry. Prunella was aged 42 when she played Basil's ferocious wife Sybil.
Oh, I know.
Her character often had to keep Basil in check and react to his chaotic behaviour. Unlike her former colleague John Cleese, Prunella has enjoyed a long-lasting marriage. She married fellow actor Timothy West in 1963, and they've had a long, loving relationship ever since that included raising two children, Samuel and Joe West. Like his parents, Samuel also became an actor. Following Fawlty Towers, she starred in the 1992 movie Howard's End, 1994's Wolf, and she made a small appearance in the first Johnny English film as the Queen. More recently, along with her husband, Prunella travelled the world for the documentary series Great Canal Journeys. Together, they made 10 series where they enjoyed trips in their narrowboat and openly discussed her 2014 dementia diagnosis and the difficulties that the disease caused her and her family. Now 91, Prunella is retired from the entertainment industry.
Waitress,
Yes?
there's a hair in my mousse.
Well, don't talk too loud. Everybody will want one.
What?
Connie Booth was both a co-writer with John Cleese and the actress who played Polly Sherman in the sitcom. Connie and John were married from 1968 to 1978, and they had a daughter together. Before Fawlty Towers, Connie joined her then husband in some episodes of Monty Python's Flying Circus, as well as a cameo as a supposed witch in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. She was the only member of the main Fawlty Towers cast born in the US, but after meeting John, she has spent most of her life living in London. Until the mid-1990s, Connie continued to star in a few TV series and movies, including Cleese's The Strange Case of the End of Civilization as We Know It, The Hound of the Baskervilles, The Return of Sherlock Holmes, and The Buccaneers. After retiring from acting, Connie started a new career as a psychotherapist and married writer John Lahr in 2000. Connie made a brief return to TV screens in 2009 when she was asked to reflect on Fawlty Towers in a documentary special on the show. Andrew Sachs was behind the useless Spanish waiter Manuel.
Would you fetch the wine list, please?
Si, senor.
The wine list.
Si?
It was the most memorable character of his career, but far from his only acting role. Born in Berlin in 1930, he moved to Britain with his family in 1938 and lived there for the rest of his life. He appeared in the 1980 TV movie The Tempest, an episode of Bergerac and Minder, and he was the narrator for That Peter Kay Thing. BBC 4 drama Mr. Loveday's Little Outing also saw Andrew Sachs reunite with Prunella Scales for the first time since Fawlty Towers. Several British soap operas also starred Andrew Sachs, including The Bill, Casualty, Coronation Street, and EastEnders, where he shared scenes opposite Prunella's husband Timothy. In 2008, he unexpectedly made headlines when Russell Brand and Jonathan Ross left rude messages on his answer phone during Brand's Radio 2 show. Sadly, in November 2016, Andrew passed away at the age of 86. Known for the character Major Garin, Ballard Berkeley was already 71 years old when he first appeared in Fawlty Towers as one of the permanent residents of the Torquay Hotel.
I took her to see India
India?
at the Oval.
By this point, he'd already had a long and successful career, particularly in the theatre. He made his stage debut in 1928, aged 24, and spent the rest of his life in front of audiences in West End London, Broadway, and of course TV and movie cameras. Notable acting performances included in 2 episodes of The Goodies, and also Terry and June. Furthermore, he made single episode appearances in To the Manor Born, I Being Served, Heidi High, Citizen Smith, and Coronation Street. Following his death in 1988 at the age of 83, his last appearance was heard in 1989's The BFG Movie.
Funny, he said there were 9.
Brian Hall's character Terry only appeared in the second series of Fawlty Towers in 1979 as the hotel's chef.
Now look, all kitchens are filthy, Mr. Fawlty. In fact, the better the kitchen, the filthier it is.
The role brought him the most notoriety, but he can also be seen in several other TV series including Breaking the Sun, McVicker, Minder, Bergerac, Terry and June, The Bill, and Emmerdale. In 1997, he sadly died of cancer in a Worthing hospice aged just 59. A year before his untimely death, he called cancer a bully and said he hates bullies. Bernard Cribbins had a long and much celebrated career that started in the 1950s, making him a legend in the British entertainment industry. He appeared as Mr. Hutchinson in the Hotel Inspector's episode of Fawlty Towers. But he had previously had his own comedy sketch show between 1969 and 1970. Bernard also starred in the 1970s movie The Railway Children, narrated the 1970s children program The Wombles, and was the Doctor's companion in the 1966 Doctor Who movie. He continued regular TV and movie work until his death in 2022, including a return to the Who universe in 2007.
What the hell's going on here? It says hotel outside. Now, is this a hotel or isn't it?
Well, within reason.
Bruce Bowe was a Canadian-born actor who performed in the Waldorf Salad episode of Fawlty Towers as Harry Hamilton. However, he also had parts in successful movies following Fawlty Towers, including as a colonel in the Oscar-nominated 1987 film Full Metal Jacket. He also appeared in the James Bond film Octopussy and Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. Bruce died in 2004 at the young age of 73.
When I pay for a view, I expect something more interesting than that.
That is Torquay, madam.
But it's not good enough.
Joan Sanderson played the selectively deaf Mrs. Richards in the classic Series 2 episode Communication Problems. Before a memorable appearance as the rude guest, she starred in many TV series, most notably as Doris Ewell in the long-running series Please Sir and its spin-off film. Until her death in 1992, she had a few roles in different series, including an episode of How's Your Father, 6 episodes of Land of Hope and Gloria, and finally 37 episodes of After Henry, which reunited her on-screen with Prunella Scales. It's sad to see so many cast members have passed away since Fawlty Towers, but we're lucky to have the chance to still enjoy their time on screen. We also hope you enjoyed this video.
That is amazing!
Take the time to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon to receive notifications of our future videos. Further, have a look at the channel for our catalogue of other videos on classic British comedy. Thanks for watching and cheerio!